Well, good evening, everybody. It is Friday. It's Friday. You made it through another week. Fantastic. Congratulations. We're thrilled that you've made it and that you've decided to spend that Friday evening with us and this particular round of mayhem. We have a little bit of a delay again. I think that this may be an internet issue locally, so I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully it works itself out shortly, but we're going to hopefully get that sorted. But we got a lot happening this evening. We have orders for the U.S. have just been finalized, and Robin is here and will be our commander du jour. He got the most votes barely. This one was an absolute nail biter right up to the end. He got the final in this one. He got 44% of the vote. Less than a plurality, but it was very, very close. Only 2 votes separated first and second there, so very, very close. So we will be executing Robin's orders here shortly. We have a couple of big announcements that we're going to cover after we go through the break, and then we also have a giveaway today. So we're excited about all of that. So if you are here, please let us know. Drop a note in the comments. Say hi to Jamie, who is our moderator extraordinaire for the evening. And right, I'm sorry, Dave, you are du jour. You're Dave du jour, not Commander du jour. Maybe you'll be Commander du jour in our next game. But for today, it is Robin is our commander. So awesome. Well, like I said, a couple big announcements. Say hi to Jamie. Tell us where you're from. We've started doing weather reports. Today was lovely here in Memphis, about 62 degrees. Jamie and I just got back from walking across to get some dinner at one of our local restaurants. And so it's been kind of a lovely evening, and we're looking forward to, I think it's going to be a colder weekend, but we're going to enjoy it while we can. So awesome, friends. Say hi in the chat, hit that like button for us, and we will be back in just a moment. All right, friends, I lied. I said that we had 2 big announcements. Turns out we actually have 3. I have just been informed that that Paul has said that his 3-year-old told him that Gary looks like a real man. Thank you, Paul's 3-year-old. That's fantastic. Thank you very much. That I'm gonna get a shirt made, but that's what's gonna say. It's just Garrett Force, a real man. That's according to 3-year-olds. That's perfect. That's awesome. All right, so let's bring on a real man, and let's get Doug on here. Is everybody say hi, Doug?
Hey everybody. Hey Gary. How are you?
Hey, fantastic. That's the entrance noise for a real man. Just so you know.
There you go.
That's funny. Um, so awesome. So Charles is here. He's telling us that it's 90 degrees in Santo Domingo. Um, is that all? That's cool. So Charles Hall is here, and Pino is here. Landon is here. Fantastic. And man, Crate is here. The realest man I've ever seen. I don't even know how to take that. Friends, this whole thing weirds me out. I don't know what to do with it. Actually, we'll do it like this. There it is. There it is. Put it over, Doug. Perfect. Now we got it right. Excellent. Ed, who apparently goes by Ed, would like to say a special thank you to the person who bought him the 1-month membership. Doesn't remember who it was, but is grateful for them, as are we, Ed. We appreciate that. My money's on Crate, but it could also have been Blackbird. So, but anyway, well, thank you. Yep. So we appreciate that. Very, very kind. And Doug has a Tiamat on his shelf.
Those are my boys some dragon figurines that they have, so they're displayed on my shelf.
Excellent. Good eye, Dave. Good eye, Dave. I have a piece of sculpture from my grandson. He made this for us. And
nice.
To be entirely honest, he sold it to me. I'm going to tell a true story here. He's 4 years old, and he walked up and he asked me for money. And so, I took it as an opportunity to be like, well, what? It was an economics lesson all of a sudden. So I said, well, what do I get? And so he started picking out toys that he'd be willing to sell to me. And then it turned into he was going to hand it to me. I was going to hand him money, and then he was going to take it back. I was like, nobody. I'm not renting it from you. That would be renting. So he said, I'll build you something, and he made me this little car, and it was worth all $3. So
yeah,
and much more.
He had to put some blood and sweat into that thing. That's good. He made him work for it.
He did. I like it. All right. So awesome. So good eye, Dave. And so our announcements. We have two more announcements, other than Dave being Doug being a real man here. The first one is we are taking a break. So we are going to continue the live streams through March 12th, which is next Wednesday. Okay. And then I've got a week that I'm going on a trip with my family. And then the following week, I need to get caught up on a couple of projects that have kind of backed up on me. So we're going to go after the 12th, we're going to do our mid-season break. And then we will come back, and we'll be back on March 28th with, again, the U.S.'s turn so it'll be U.S. 4. I think it'll be U.S. 4 at that point, and Japan 5. So I hope everybody will stick around for that. So we're excited about that, and thank you for your patience. We've had a development in the chat here. Ed is paying it forward back. I'm not sure. He has purchased 5 Board Game Nation memberships for some folks in the chat here. We have Jacob Peterson is now a member. Antiochs Megas. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. DJ Thought. Very cool. Yigit Gulmez. And that is awesome. And there was one other person that I think
it's Antiochus.
Antiochus? That's an O. Antiochus? Antiochus? Yeah. Whoever it is, they're anti-Chauce. Anyway, So, and then another person who does not have a name here. So awesome. So thank you very much, Ed. We really, really appreciate that. Our membership roles continue to grow, which we're really excited about, and we're really grateful for everybody in the community. If Mr. Magus, if you would be so kind as to give us a phonetic for that, we'd appreciate that, because now it's going to bug me. I'm going to have to Google it at 2 o'clock in the morning when I can't remember. Awesome. Well, thanks again, Ed, for the gift memberships. We appreciate that. Very, very kind. And he called me he said he called us lads. Where are you from, Ed? Most of the time, I don't get called a lad. I haven't been called a lad in quite some time.
Yeah, Antiochus Epiphanes. Yeah.
See, you're just
Antiochus.
making words up now.
No.
You're just making things up. That's what a real man would do. I like it. Australia. Okay, great. What we've got a pretty good following down there in Australia. If you want, cruise over into the Discord server, and there is an Australia group down there that is pretty active. So if you want to get into that group and talk to those folks and maybe put together a game, they've got some events that are happening down there. Pino, if you manage to put up the global game before you go on vacation, we'll be done watching it when you get back. Bro, I love your optimism. I absolutely love your optimism. There is no shot that's going to happen, my friend. That is going to take me probably the better part of 2 weeks to make one of. That's almost certainly going to be 2 videos long. It's going to take me at least 2 weeks to make the first one, and maybe another week to make the second one. But thank you for the segue. It leads us to our second big announcement. We have a new sponsor that we'd like to welcome to the channel. Our new friend, Doug Friend, from Historical Board Gaming. I had a great conversation with him this morning, and he is excited to be a sponsor for that global video for the coverage of the global match from Gen Con 2024. So he'll be helping out with that. Yes, we're excited about that. He absolutely gets a round of applause. Historicalboardgaming.com. We really appreciate them joining our cause over here and helping us out, making those kinds of projects possible. And he has also offered to sweeten our prize pool, as it were. So he has a box on the way to us. I think it's going to get in the mail in the next couple of days of a bunch of new goodies from the Historical Board Gaming website, and we're excited about that. I think there's going to be some North Africa stuff in there, maybe some scout cars that may or may not be big.
Yeah, the ones you can see or the ones you can't see.
Right. These are the ones without the stealth involved.
Yeah, so no magnifying glass required.
See how that works out. So I've just done something a little silly. I touched my earbud, and it switched to my phone, so it started playing music in my ear when he was talking about. Okay. Now I can't hear.
Can't hear anything, or you can't hear me?
No. There we go. Now everybody's back. Okay, great. Sorry about that. Gary, what is our cut of the sponsor dollars? What'd you say to me, Charles? Come on, man. Bro, I got rent and lights and everything else up in here. So you, sir, get to enjoy the content. That's what I hope for. We appreciate your
the prizes, right?
You get the prizes. Thank you, Doug. That's exactly right. You get a shot at the prizes. I do have the wheel up in front of me here, and let me see if I can find Charles's name. Where's the remove button? I can't remember. I got to figure out. No, I'm just kidding, Charles. All right, we appreciate it. So thank you again to Historical Board Gaming. We're excited about that, having them on board. And we have a meeting next week. Man, I'm itching to tell everybody about this, but I don't want to jump the gun before we have everything lined up, but I've got some. We might have big news, even bigger news next week. So stand by, but it's going to be fun. All right. Yes, you're absolutely right, Pino. Historical Board Gaming is a very cool website, and they've got some fun content as well. They've got an entirely different game, Global War. I think they've got 1914 and 36 and 39 and 42 and 1985, I think, is one of their versions, and then they've got one that's 2025. So they've got a lot of options there. So it's a like I said, I had a great conversation this morning with Doug Friend, and we're really excited to bring them into the Board Game Nation family here. So awesome. So again, thank you to Mr. Friend. All right. The U.S. has made their move. They have voted. It was very close, and they've settled on Robin's move. And this is going to be an interesting. I first, before we even get into it, Doug and I were talking about this before. Like, we're surprised. So it came down to two different choices, and we were surprised by both of them, and that how they kind of were put together and all of that. I forgot to mention the crawl at the bottom. If you are watching, thank you very much for watching. If you are not able to engage with the chat, we need to be able to communicate with our commanders over the course of the game that we're going to get to in just a second. So we keep the chat to member only. But if you'd like to join that, as you can see there, you can click the join button and become a member, and then you'll immediately be able to get into the chat for this video, for this live stream, and then for future live streams. You'll also get access to our Discord server, and you'll be able to vote and to determine what Russia will do on their third turn. So if that is something that you're interested in doing, feel free to join now. We'll wait. No, it's okay. And if you're here and you're having a good time, please hit that like button for us so that we can make sure that everybody gets a chance to see Charles trying to cut into my sponsor dollars. Let's see, man, it's a tough beat. All right, so Doug, what were you thinking about the U.S.'s choices here before we get into all of that?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about what I would do as the U.S. player. So this is not a criticism of these choices, but I did think it was very interesting that several of the builds had like a pretty significant IPC drop in the Pacific. Having gone Atlantic on round one exclusively, and then
Right.
Either almost or completely in the Pacific in round two. So anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Not really what I expected.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. Put a little pressure on Japan, take a little pressure off of Germany.
Welcome, Cody. Thank you for becoming a member. We're happy to have you here. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. All right. Let's go see what happens here. We've got some craziness. Let's go to the table.
You didn't say what you thought. What did you think, Gary?
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. I think that we've written term papers on the notion of splitting the focus of the Americans and how it can often lead to the lack of focus has a tendency to take pressure off of one side or the other. And so now that we have a pretty prominent build on the Pacific side and the Atlantic side, it'll be curious to see what the European theater ends up looking like when we get to turns 5 and 6, right? Now that we have kind of a bump in the Americans, flow of resources to the European theater, is that going to mean that the Germans are able to hold a victory city that they wouldn't otherwise have been able to hold, right? If you're going for full-on KGF, kill Germany first, then it really does take everything that you're going to send So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that plays out. Bill's
Yeah.
got a Wake Bill here. So he says that we had to split because J2 was so good. And I think
if I
that's
remember, my grade on J2 is like a C plus or something. So
right. Yeah,
that's
I
the
seem to
grade I
remember
got.
somebody. Right. I think I
I
remember
do
that as
I
well.
do think in retrospect there's something different I should have done in J2, but it is what it is. So yeah,
Yeah.
let's
I
do
think
it,
I
man.
think we both agree that hitting the American fleet on J1 would have probably been the better play. And I think particularly to try to get rid of that transport,
Yeah.
that would have been um, that would have been a good option. But no, you're right, Pino. No take backsies. So we're not going back. But we'll see. I mean, we'll roll with it and see what happens. And maybe it works out. Maybe it doesn't. We'll see. All right, to the table. I moved Doug up into Alaska so that everybody can
Okay.
kind of see what's what.
I've been told I need to tilt my camera so people can see me, so I'm gonna do that. Come over
All right,
here
cool.
and then pan.
Okay. All right, so the Americans have purchased, they bought themselves a carrier, a fighter, a destroyer, and 2 infantry for a total of 38 IPCs, if I've got that right. I believe they had 40 coming into this, didn't they?
That's what I have. 40. Yep.
Yeah. So they're going to have 2 left over here. For some reason, that did not carry through on the spreadsheet, but I'll fix that. So they'll have saved 2. Okay. So Robin, because there was an error in the spreadsheet, I'm gonna give you an option here. Are you happy with the 2 infantry, or do you want to buy an infantry? You want to buy 2 infantry, or an infantry and artillery, or do you want to change any part of that, Robin? Are you happy with saving the 2 and the 2 infantry? All right. So he says he's happy with the purchase. So they'll have 2 extra for the next round. Okay. So that takes us to combat. Let's see what we got happening here. All right. So 2 infantry, 2 artillery from the eastern United States to Sea Zone 12, offloading into Morocco. So yes. So that and that. And then 3 bombers from the UK to Karelia. All right.
It's a lot of bombing.
1, 2, 3. We'll have 3 moves left. I think I looked at the non-combat for this. I think they're just going back to the UK, but that's fine. Okay, so strategic bombing with 1 of the bombers, and then the other 2 bombers are attacking the infantry in Karelia. Okay. All right, so by the rules, we got to do the strategic bombing first. There is no built-in AA gun in this version, and there's no AA gun in the space, so they get a free shot at it. They got a 2. So they got 2 points of damage to that complex. Okay. All right, which is just enough to be annoying. And now the 2 bombers, this is all the U.S. combat. So we're moving forward here. All right, so this is the 2 bombers versus the 1 infantry. So this is 2 bombers rolling. They both hit. Now this is we need this one.
Get him.
We need this
Get
one.
him.
This is the infantry shooting himself in the leg. Okay, cool. So that did not work out. So he died a horrible death. Okay. Now for American non-combat. Yeah, I was right. All 3 bombers back to Karelia, or back to London, rather. Okay. Now the battleship and transport carrying 1 infantry from Midway. So this transport's going to come into Midway, pick up this guy, and move into 56. From 53, 56 drops in the western United States. Okay. The sub is going from 53 to 46. Okay. Interesting. This is probably a bad time to tell everybody that we bought a naval base in the Caroline Islands last time, and they can move 3, right? That's no? Okay. All right.
I think it starts there.
Yes, as it should. Okay, so C-Zone 8, the 2 transports are taking the 2 infantry, the artillery, and the tank and dropping them all in France. Okay. So obviously that's moving into C-Zone 7. The tank, the artillery. C-Zone 10. Okay, yeah, the carrier and the fighter and the destroyer are moving to 12. Oh, these transports should have been in this move earlier, but that's okay.
Okay.
And then the destroyer from 12 is moving into 13. Oh, okay. Well, that's cheeky.
Okay. Yep.
That's cheeky. The fighter in Australia is moving to 56. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Moving into 56. Okay.
Okay. Interesting, interesting. You know what would be good to have here? German bomber.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
boy. Okay. All right, Robin. How are you? Did we get all this right?
I think they forgot to move the cruiser in 53.
Yeah, I think this cruiser in 53 is in the wrong place. I think maybe that could be really anywhere else, and that would be better. Alas, not so much.
Keep the sub company. I mean, all sorts of options.
Right. Okay. Post-game reread of the. Yeah. No, I agree. That'll be interesting when we get to making the recap video for this game. We'll definitely go back and look through the world only chat and see kind of what the debates were. Okay, so now mobilizing the units, C-Zone 56. We're going to add the carrier and the fighter into 56, the destroyer into 56, and the 2 infantry. Oh, I forgot the Chinese infantry.
Oh, yeah. Okay, where do the infantry go? Are they going
Eastern U.S.? Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. I couldn't. And the Chinese dude.
Well, that's an interesting thought. That is an interesting. Okay, we'll talk about that when we start getting into Japan. Okay, and then the Chinese had no combat. They have no non-combat move. They're mobilizing the 1 infantry that they get because the UK took Yunnan, which cheeky British guys, and then the mobilizing the 1 guy into Qinghai, which is going to give them 4 infantry there. Okay. All right, and I believe that concludes the Americans' turn. They are collecting. Oh, they picked up Morocco, so they're going to collect. What's Morocco worth? 1. Yeah.
Yep.
So they're collecting 39, and they saved 2, so they'll have 41.
Okay.
All right. So you're good, Robin? You're locked in?
It's the fighter in 56, because you can put it on top of that carrier, but we know it's,
yeah. There we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so that is the U.S.'s turn. So end of round 2. Quick American recap here, just so everybody's on the same page. Eastern United States has 2 infantry, an AA gun, and a complex. C-Zone 12 has 1 destroyer, 2 transports, a carrier, and 1 fighter. C-Zone 7 has 2 transports in it. The United Kingdom has 3 bombers and a fighter. France has 2 infantry and artillery and a tank that belong to the Americans. The British have 1 infantry and 1 tank. Northwestern Europe has 1 infantry, 1 artillery. Those are UK units. C-Zone 13 has a destroyer in it. Morocco, Algeria has 2 infantry, 2 artillery. Excuse me. Moving across the map, Qinghai has 4 Chinese infantry in it. And then all the way across the C-Zone 46, we have a sub. 53 has what's this called? A cruiser in it. And then Honolulu has 4 infantry in it total. C-Zone 56 has a battleship, a carrier with 2 fighters, and a destroyer, and 1 transport. Eastern United States has 1 infantry. Western Canada has 1 infantry belonging to the Americans. Did I miss anything, guys? I know there's like 17 people that have this game set up at home. I just want to make sure that I've got it all.
It looked good to me.
Correct on my map here. Cool. Okay. Right. Yeah, Wakebill wants to make sure that there's 5 American tanks in France, and I'm sure he would. Okay, so what's our victory city count at the end of round 2? I think
should be tied up, right? I mean, we got Corellia, they have France.
And we're up Caucasus too.
Oh yeah, Caucasus. Yeah, sorry, I said tied up because we have to gain 2 to tie it. So yeah, so it's tied.
Right. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Should be 9-9.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So over to Japan 3.
Japan 3. Okay. I have $35. So I'm still thinking a complex and 2 fighters. But I think my first question is, um, do you think that do we want to move my fleet in Sea Zone 35 into the Mediterranean to support Italy, or
Because it can do
keep
it
it?
now. It couldn't do it before.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Keep it in the Pacific. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, either way, I could use my own fighters out here, but I could put 2 fighters on the carrier as well in 15, or 2 German fighters could land on the carrier in 15.
All right. So let's make sure that
Um,
they're not going to get killed first. So the only people that, if these guys moved into 15, the only thing that could reach before the Germans or the Russians, and that would just be the bomber. So I'd
yeah,
feel okay with that. Um, so we could move this into here and put 2 German fighters on it. How
mhm.
much money do the Germans have going into the next turn?
They have 38.
38 or 39?
I have 38 written down on my piece of paper.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. 38. I was looking at G1. Okay, so no, I think if we're going to go this way with these units, then we need to bring these fighters with them. Um,
And so
because
that's kind of
because the Germans can't really afford it.
forward to, yeah, put the two. I'm inclined to agree with that. I think my concern with that is like, I mean, okay, let's look at China for a second. So it would be awfully nice to, I mean, I could go into Yunnan with the guy in French Indochina, Thailand, and the artillery. If I just send those fighters to land on the carrier, then I can't use them anywhere else because they need exactly 4 to get there. It just leaves me a little thin. Then I'm going into Qinghai with 4 infantry and a tank against 4 infantry. Like that's not good. Um, I mean, I could go in with the 3 infantry, the tank, and the artillery, and send 2 infantry after Yunnan.
Oh,
Um,
so here's another way to do this, right? Is we send all of this at Shanghai, right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
then when the UK unit moves again, we just fill in
Hmm.
behind it.
Yeah, but the UK moving again gets China another guy. Even if we wing, if we wipe China out in Shanghai, then they'll have 2 guys in Fukin or Hufei or wherever.
Yeah,
I mean, we can wipe him out next turn easily. Like it's not going to be a problem getting rid of that guy the next round. But the one guy turns into 2. If they put him in different territories, we got to chase him around. Like,
sure.
um,
Okay,
yeah,
so okay,
we could
so
also
it
just forego me sending the fleet that way, and it does make things in the Pacific a lot easier. Like, I'll have an extra carrier and battleship to bring this direction, and then I'm just not that worried about the U.S. I mean, unless they're going to put all their money in the Pacific going forward, like, I'll have 3 carriers, a battleship, um, 9 fighters. Like, I think I'm going to be okay. I mean, how bad do you feel like you need it in the med? I guess is the question.
well, I mean, what if it's just one of them, right? What if it's the
Like,
infantry,
fuck.
the artillery, and a fighter into Yunnan? Yeah, man, it's too far. 1, 2, 3, 4. This bomber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can't get there, can he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The bomber can hit Yunnan.
Oh, that's good. I was going to send the bomber after the cruiser. with a couple fighters, get that guy off the map.
Sure.
I mean, are you saying you really feel like my fleet needs to go to the Med pretty strongly, or are you just kind of thinking along
No,
that
I'm not.
line?
I'm not entirely married to it. I know that it's going to be like this is going to get really hard to for the Germans to be able to stand up alone, and they're not able really to buy any more, enough air units to. They need guys at this point, and
Yeah,
they've got enough air units. I was concerned, and I think this was the other option that came in second was the American fleet here coming and trying to squash Sea Zone 5,
yeah,
because I don't feel like the fleet is absolutely mission critical anymore at this point, but those air units kind of are, right?
yeah, yeah,
So if we
yeah. Then
could,
I'll have to save those two fighters, which is
well,
nice.
so okay, so maybe it's this. Maybe these two fighters come up, they help in Shanghai, they land in Xikang, right? And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They can land in Ukraine, or they can,
Yeah, come in a future round. Yeah,
right? So long as they stay to this side, I think that's
yeah,
the. Um, if they, but I mean, if they end up out in the Pacific someplace, then then there's no point in trying to bring them back. I'm just thinking about like,
yeah.
it's so. I mean, if it's this
Because
guy, we also kind of need to take Burma.
yeah, yeah, that's the thing. It would be nice to send the guy from French Indo into Burma and the guys from Sikang down into Yunnan, and then use the fighters up in Qinghai. That
I
would
love
be
every
kind
part
of
of that plan.
ideal to me because then I can take Australia this round, um, and I feel pretty good. If I lose a fighter going against 53, I mean, I'm building two. I have one in Tokyo right now. Like, but then I think I could spare sending some fighters your way.
Yeah. Okay. So where does that leave this fleet in 35? It keeps it in the Pacific,
So
or does this?
yeah, it would leave it in the Pacific. Yeah, yeah. I'd bring probably the battleship to 39 to bombard Australia with one of the transports from 51. And then probably the carrier would go to 36, where the two transports from 62 are coming down and dropping those 4 units into French Indo.
Well, if we take Burma,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't
then
need the. Hold on a
right.
second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, or if I win in Yunnan and take Burma, well, actually, we don't need cover in 36.
Right.
It's a bad day if I lose in Yunnan, though. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, the Russian bomber cannot get there, but the British bomber can.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can.
Yeah. I think my concern about sending, if I send only the carrier into 15, I mean, he does have a bomber and two fighters right there. You could just come after my carrier and blow it up with this British air.
The Germans can get there. The German fighters can get there first before the UK
Yeah,
would.
yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
these fighters, assuming that they take Caucasus back, these fighters can go 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Britain though, are you gonna take that swing and go for it anyway? I mean, you got a bomber and two fighters. It's
I'd rather them swinging at it here than having to fight with them in India later.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Now the Americans, on the other hand, these bombers here, if they came 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they don't have a place to land.
Yeah, they can't get there.
4, 5, 6. Yeah, they don't have a place to land. So that's all good.
Well, I mean, we can leave that to non-com. We can see how everything else goes.
That's true.
So let's move forward with it here.
Okay.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to take, I think the bomber and 2 fighters after
Hold
the
on.
cruiser.
We got to purchase.
Oh.
What do you want to buy?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking the complex and 2 fighters. You good with that?
Hold on. There's a question in the chat here. Did the world cheat? Can't place in China with 3 already. Oh. Oh. That is an excellent question. I know that that's the rule in...
It is the rule in this version, yeah. That's right. Good eye, Charles.
Charles,
World
I take
cheated.
back what I said earlier. I take back what I said earlier, Charles. You can get a cut of the sponsorship money now.
Yeah, that's right. Your name's going to be a quarter of the wheel, Charles. 1/4.
That's right. Exactly. Okay, so I'm sorry. You were saying it's a. Thank you, honey. And thank you, Charles, for bringing that up. Appreciate that. Charles, damn right. Tell your friends. Okay, so what is it? It's a
complex and 2 fighters.
Complex and 2 fighters. Okay, so I will tell you that my only concern, I love this plan. I'm excited about this plan. My only thought is I really feel like there should be 1 more transport worth of land units moving on to China.
Okay. I could do
I'm concerned about these 3 guys walking. So this would be Russia 3, Russia 4, Russia 5.
Russia 3, Russia 4. Yeah. I could do a complex, a fighter, a transport, and an infantry. The problem is
Yeah, okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm being told that I've cheated somehow. What is this now? I need to move an infantry to Yunnan? Oh, so they can put it in Yunnan. Okay. You're right. Okay. No, I see. So they couldn't place it in Shanghai, but they can place it in Yunnan, which is what they're doing. Okay. That's not as cool as it was a minute ago, Charles. You've fallen off the wheel. Well, you're still on the wheel for the rules correction, but now it's not nearly as much fun as it was a minute ago. Okay, so I think that means that we're not going to be able to step into Burma because we're going to need this guy in this fight.
Yeah.
I also wonder whether or not this cruiser is mission critical to take.
I don't think it's mission critical, but I kind of feel like why not peel it off? I mean, I think the other, what if I just use one of the transports in 62 to drop stuff off in Shanghai? So one transport goes to 61 and drops in Kiangsu on non-combat. The other goes to 36 and drops in French Indo.
What's the advantage of that?
Well, you wanted more men in Asia to prevent Russia from sneaking around the corner.
Right.
how else do I get more men there? I mean, I can't build a naked transport in 62. So to me, the only option is using the transports that I have. 61 is safe.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to withdraw my concern because worst case scenario, if we've got to swing back around and hit those with air units,
Yeah.
then by the time we get to that point, then we should probably be able to do that without it being
Yeah.
the end of the world. Because
Yeah.
and it may happen that on G4, the purchase is 2 bombers or something like that, right? And that would give us,
Yeah. Actually, I
enough
already
to.
have my J4 build planned, and it may or may not involve more than one bomber.
This is Doug Thorpe we're talking about here. So I'm surprised you haven't bought any bombers so far. So
Yeah, it's kind of sad. Okay, so we're going. Okay, we're moving 3 men and an armor from Nagitzian to Shanghai, and I'm going in there with both fighters. 1, 2, 3. Do I actually? I don't think I need both fighters in there. Maybe I take one fighter into Yunnan because there's only 3 guys there. I have 3 infantry, a tank, and a fighter.
that's true. So it's that, and then this.
That's what I think.
So it's 2 infantry and artillery and a fighter versus 2 infantry in Yunnan. And then in Qinghai, it's 3 infantry, a tank, a fighter versus 3 infantry.
Yeah.
To close the door entirely on
China.
On China. But it does not take Burma.
It doesn't. Yeah, I really wanted to go up 5 this round and have 40 next round.
I mean, we can do this. We can have the guy from Yunnan, or from the guy from Burma, or from French Indochina rather, step into Burma and just go 2 with the fighter versus 2. It's a little riskier, but
it's pretty thin.
It is pretty thin. But if we forego 53, let this cruiser live, we can send this bomber into Yunnan.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's send the bomber into Yunnan. I like it. 5. So we got
the fighter.
Yeah, fighter, bomber, infantry, and artillery into Yunnan. Infantry into Burma.
Right.
And then 3 infantry, tank, fighter into Shanghai.
Right.
Okay. Take from 51 a transport with an artillery and an infantry to 39 to unload in Australia. The battleship from 35 moves to 39 to do a bombard. The other transport I'm inclined to go to 47 with the battleship and bombard Australia from this other side also.
Okay, so
be splitting my navy like that because I can still move carriers to 47.
Right. So do you want to bring both of these infantry, or do you want to pick up the guy in New Guinea?
I don't see any reason to leave an infantry in the Carolina Islands, so I'm inclined to bring both infantry. Because if I need an infantry, I can grab a guy off of New Guinea or Solomon. Whereas if he's in Carolina, it's going to be hard for me to get him.
Right. So if this fleet ends in 47, it's going to be subject to the sub, the cruiser, and 2 fighters.
I still like. Man, I still think that I send fighters after the cruiser. I mean, what else are my fighters going to do?
Well, they've got 3 infantry to get through down here, and you're only sending four land units. You've got 2 offshore shots, but
Yeah, but I don't think it's worth sending all 4 fighters into Australia. I don't need them, and that's just going to give them a lot of AA.
Yeah, I agree. 1, 2.
I mean, I'd feel pretty good about sending 1 fighter to Australia and 3 after the cruiser.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, the fighter from Tokyo can't get down to the fleet that'll be in 47. It's just too many.
Yeah, I was trying to see if it could get to Yunnan. 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't, but it can land in 36 with this carrier.
Yeah, it could land in 36, could land in French Indo.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 fighters after the cruiser, and 1 fighter into Australia.
Okay, so these guys have all moved 1. This guy has moved 3. You know, the thought occurs that one of these carriers could come to 36 if we really wanted. But that's, I don't know if that's going to matter right now. Okay. I like it.
All right.
That's non-combat. This is, so we've got this amphibious assault, which is going to be 2 2s, 2 1s. So 4, 6, 9 plus 8 versus 6 in the AA gun.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. Yunnan is an infantry and an artillery versus 2 with a fighter and a bomber versus 2 infantry. Qinghai is 2 infantry, a tank, and a fighter versus 3 infantry. And the cruiser in 53 is facing 3 Japanese fighters. Non-combat is going to look like a big chunk of the fleet is here. The question will be, what do we want to do with this destroyer? Maybe it comes down to 36. Maybe it comes to 50 so that it can do a couple of different things later.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think that's it. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Anything crazy happening in the chat I need to know about? Okay.
I'll be honest, I haven't been watching it.
That's all right. I was talking to Jamie. Okay, so we have to start in Australia. All right. Here are the 2 1s landing on the Gold Coast.
Hold on.
What?
So I know you're just going to roll the bombards at the end, but you do have to at least roll the. Usually it would be bombards, AA, and then the battle. But if you're going to save the bombards at the end, you got to at least roll the AA first.
Okay. So here's the AA gun in Australia. Ed, I hope you're paying attention. I don't know what part of Australia you're from, but we're landing on both sides. So I don't know if you're in Perth.
We're here to help. We're here to help.
Yes. Set every invading force ever. Okay. So, all right. So the AA gun shooting at the Japanese fighter hits.
Don't hit, Gary. Don't do that. All right, it's fine.
That is an auspicious beginning. All right, shaking that off. Here we go. Moving on. Here's the 2 1s. Nothing. 2 2s. 1 hit. 2 4s. We need these. And we got both of them. Okay. Whew. Good gravy. That scared me to death. All right. So they're going to fire back now. Here's 3 2s. And they got nothing. 3 4 5. All right. So that was... I'm glad you bought an extra fighter. So that's that. Oh, the buckets. All right.
All the fighters have a dumb cruiser.
Right. Okay, so I guess that's where we'll go next. Yeah. So here's the 3 fighters. Looking for 3s. We're now in C-Zone 53. There you go. Okay. We got him twice.
Okay.
And he shoots back. And he also hits, because of course he does.
Sure. Okay.
I'm glad you bought two more fighters this turn.
I know.
Cheese and rice. Okay.
I figured we would lose 1 fighter for sure. I wasn't really counting on 2, but
yeah. Nor I. Okay, so Yunnan.
Yeah, do Yunnan.
All right, so here's 2 2s. Hey, I'm going to say this first. We won in Burma. It took no losses.
Yeah, that's right.
No
losses.
One in a row. All right, here we go. So Yunnan, 2 2. Nothing. And here's the 3 at the fighter. Misses. And the 4 of the bomber also misses. Woo! All right. The infantry return fire, and they get 1 hit. British or Chinese unit? No, they didn't lose anything. What am I talking about? It's the Japanese guy that falls. Okay, I assume we want to press here.
Yeah, press.
Okay, so let's try this again. Hold on. These dice have woken up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Give them a good Axis favored shake. And try this again. All right, we're going to roll a D4 this time. I hope that's cool with everybody. No, okay. Maybe not. All right. Can't blame a guy for trying. Okay, so here's the 2 for the artillery. It hits. Okay, we're keeping that one. We're going to roll that again. There's 1 hit. And now the 3 for the fighter misses. That dice sucks. And now the bomber at 4 also hits. Okay, so those 2 guys are falling. Now they fire back. And they get a hit.
That's fine. Their
of course
land units are. That's fine. At least if we would have lost another airplane, that would have been bad. All right, Qinghai, we got to get.
So you want to lose the artillery?
Yeah, lose their artillery. Okay. We don't need the territory. Okay. It's fine.
Right. What we do need now is to make sure that we win in Qinghai. Otherwise, they're going to be able to repopulate.
Yeah, that'd be frustrating.
Yes, it would. All right, so now 3 1s in Qinghai. 3 1s in Qinghai. Here we go. Nothing. Two threes. Here we go. Big money. 2 3s. 1 hit. 1 hit for the mighty Japanese forces. And now they are the Chinese fire back. This is 3 infantry. They get 1 hit. Okay, so they're losing 1. We're losing 1. We press. Okay, we're going to let that guy go. All right, here are the 2 1s. Nothing. And the 2 3s. 1 more hit. Man, you're alive. Okay. Whew. The 2 2s. Nothing. Great. Gravy. Okay. All right, we press again. 2 1s. Yeah. Nothing. Man, those guys are pretty useless. 2 3s. Nothing. Nothing at all. Just waving at them, just saying, hey, how you doing? They shoot back and they hit somebody. So that's fun. Oh, man. I think we got to go again, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Huge favorites for the last 3 rounds of this. Nothing from the infantry. Again, here's the 2 3s.
Can't believe you hit once with all these 3s. There
1.
It is.
Okay.
That's all we needed. It's fine.
Good gravy. Now we need him to miss. But he can't do that. He can't do that. He's got to hit 1 more time. Because that's, you know, the way that's going to roll. That's cool. Man. That was pricey.
All right. So the fighter from there lands in Sinkang.
All right, hold on. I got to do some marking here.
Okay.
Not a lot of marking. We did get Australia. That's good. That's a big one. And we did eliminate the last of the Chinese units, and they are now, at this point, it will be impossible for them to build on the next round. So that's good. But man, that was expensive. Holy cow, that was expensive. Man, okay. Okay, so the bomber has to land in French Indochina, Thailand. Or
bomber goes in French Indo. The fighter goes in Sinkang. We're going to move 1 carrier from 51 to 47 and land 2 fighters on it. And they can only hit us with 2 fighters and a sub. We're going to move a transport from 62 to 36 with a man and a tank.
Okay, hold on.
We're going to move. Okay.
Okay. So I've got 2 transports in 62. What do you want to do with them?
Yeah. Okay, I guess the question is, do you want to stop one in 61 and drop the man, the tank in Shanghai? Or actually...
No.
Okay, then let's just take
bring them all the way down. It's fine.
Yeah, both to 36. So we got 2 men, 2 infantry there. Or 2 tanks and 2 infantry, rather. Okay, so the question is the two other carriers, the fighter in Yunnan and the destroyer, and then the fighter in Tokyo.
Well, you've got 2 fighters that are about to mobilize.
Yeah, so I can move 51 up to 62 and mobilize on the carrier.
And leave the destroyer there.
Leave the destroyer there, yeah.
Bring this fighter down. Bring this fighter from Yunnan.
Yeah. I'm literally making these exact moves. Yeah, move the carrier, 2 fighters, and 2 transports into the 36. Yeah, I think that's the play.
Okay, so now we think about this for a second, though. If this bomber could land in Yunnan, right? Is that the reason we have to do this now?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 36, 5 French Indo, 6 Yunnan. Yep.
Well, that sucks.
Yep.
Yeah,
what do we have? 2 men artillery. No, a man artillery, a fighter bomber. Yeah, it's fine. So yeah, we got to protect the transports.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we lost the fighter in Yunnan, we could have taken it, but I think it's better to have the air.
Yeah, particularly after the loss in Australia and in '53.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know, maybe
Okay.
53 was dumb, but I like thinning America's Navy out a little bit.
No, I mean it's a reasonable IPC trade. I mean they
Yeah.
lost 12, we lost 10, so there's that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it just
Should have
to
just
hit
done
and then hit and then hit again, right? Like
it. Yeah,
just,
yeah.
we had some bad dice in that round for the old Gary and Doug team here.
I
So
mean, you called it right on round one. I should have just went for the American surface fleet, and I didn't. I was too
yeah,
scared or scared.
yeah, it's all
So
right. Okay. All right. So combat losses this time. Japan has lost 5 infantry and an artillery. That's 19 plus 2 fighters is take them up to 39 IPC losses for the Japanese this time. The Allies have lost 4 UK infantry for 12, 4 Chinese infantry for another 8. I count them as 2, so that's 20, and then 32 with the American cruiser. But we did pick up Sydney. We did pick up Qinghai and Burma, but we did not get Yunnan this time. What do we want to do with this? 62?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because we can
And
put
then
the
the
two
fighters are
fighters.
mobilized there.
Yep. And then we were going to put the complex, was it on Wake or Ewo? I couldn't remember.
Well, we can't build in Wake, so Iwo is better.
Okay.
Or New Guinea.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, I think we should put it in East Indies. That's what I think.
East Indies. Okay, we can do that. That's fine.
Cool. I like it. All right, cool. So we'll do that. And then the fighters are mobilizing in C Zone 62.
62. Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
And I have us up 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Are we at? Are we up? Are we at 40?
We're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We started with Burma, right? I think so.
Yeah.
So 6 in China, 7, 8.
8.
And
We're
then
up 8.
Yeah, we're not down anything.
That's it. So we're at 30. I think we start with 31 in this one, don't we?
39, yeah, you're right.
39. Dang it. It's $1 short.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, I tell you what, I'm glad we brought the fighter or the bomber into French Indo or to Yunnan, because that would have been even worse.
Yeah.
Man. Okay, so that takes us over to Russia 3, USSR 3. And they've got lots to do with their turn this time. It'll be very interesting to see what they do with their move. Yeah. Okay. So interesting stuff. Lots of options for the Russians here. They're going to have to think about Caucasus and Karelia and Novosibirsk and Kazakh and eastern Ukraine. Do they want to go after Belarusia? Does the Russian sub want to go someplace? So yeah, lots of options here. So, all right. So that takes us over to the Russians. Commanders, you have your board state. I'll take some pictures after our live stream today and get those up in the Discord server, and we can take a look at those so everyone can see them. And any other questions about the map? Let me do the real quick run through for the Japanese before we take this shot down. In Shanghai, there's a tank. In Xikang, there is 1 fighter. Burma has 1 infantry. French Indochina, Thailand has 2 infantry, 2 tanks, and a bomber. C-Zone 36 has 2 transports, 2 fighters, and a carrier. East Indies now has an industrial complex, 1 infantry in it. Borneo's got a guy. Philippines have 2 guys. Australia has 3 infantry and an artillery. C-Zone 39 has a battleship and the transport. C-Zone 47 has a battleship, a transport, a carrier with 2 fighters on it. Wake Island has a guy, Iwo has a guy, Solomons and New Guinea and Borneo all have 1 infantry. Manchuria also has 1 infantry in it. Japan is completely unoccupied, save 1 AA gun, which is always exciting. All right. Did I miss anything? Everybody's in agreement with that's the board state? Isn't that in 41?
I'll be honest, I was looking at the board and not listening to you.
That's okay.
There's not anything in 41.
Yeah, there's nothing in 41. Oh, are you okay? So there was a question last week, and I should have answered it last week, but somebody asked if there was a setup error, that there is an Anzac fleet that's supposed to be down here. In this version of the game, there isn't one. There is one in 1942 second edition. It's not big, but it's definitely down here. And then, of course, in Global, they're a whole separate power, so they have all different kinds of. They have a whole stack of units down here. So, but in this version, Australia does not come with any C units. So, yeah, that's what we got, though. But there also isn't a factory. But I don't know. It'd be interesting to see the UK build the factory in Australia, because they can build 2 units a turn down here. So they're not going to be building one in this game, though. I don't think.
We could build a factory there.
We could. That would be
next turn.
Right.
That's it.
We'll do that.
39.
In the version of this game where we're playing 12 rounds, then we will absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So that would certainly be one way to bolster Australia and maybe give us a better chance at Hawaii.
Yeah, I think I'd rather put one in French Indo and Burma than one in Australia.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
I'm not pleased with the role, but I'm pleased with our position. I like it. We have more than double the surface fleet of America. Got more stuff to come next round. We're making, basically the same amount of money, so we can keep pace with them. I feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. The dice there absolutely killed us on that round, but we'll push through. Yeah. All right. We're back up here. And all right.
Yeah.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away. That's what they keep telling me. So we're going to see how it all plays out. But I agree with you. I think we're in a reasonable position, but we definitely had some dice that time that are going to make those forces in Western China particularly thinner than I wanted them to be. We should have been able to get through that in 1 or 2 rounds of combat maximum. And I think we spent the last 15 minutes rolling for that battle.
Well, it goes back to when we attacked Burma. Well, I don't remember. Was it an infantry and 2 fighters, and we whiffed, and then they hit our guy or something like that? Because we attacked that dude in Burma and lost.
Yeah, there was something like that.
And then that guy was able to go to Yunnan, create an extra guy. He couldn't go up north, so he had to go in Yunnan. Like, it's like a little 1 pip domino effect, but yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, ripples. Okay, so I will, after the live stream, I'll take a few minutes and update the spreadsheet so that the commanders can get into that. and and I'll take pictures of the current board state and have that up in the Discord server. I'll also have that this evening. As a reminder, our two big announcements tonight. One is we're welcoming our friends from Historical Board Gaming to the sponsors of the channel. So they've got a package of prizes on the way for the live streams. We'll be giving away stuff on Fridays, and they have signed on as the sponsors for the global final from Gen Con last year. So we're going to be producing those videos, and they'll be the sponsor of those, which is awesome. That certainly makes those a lot easier to get done. So we're excited about that. And if you're here, please take a minute and hit that like button for us. And let us know how you feel about the world's dice this time. Pretty good.
I know how I feel.
Yes. I don't know. I think maybe you're rolling next week. I don't know. I got to send you a webcam or something so we can work this out.
What I should have done is I should have rolled all the battles in parallel here, just see how different the outcome was for every battle.
Right. Exactly.
That would have been interesting.
Yes. Our second big announcement is that we are taking a break. We're going to do this Sunday's live stream where we'll have Russia 3 and Germany 3, and then we'll do Wednesday's live stream where we'll have UK 3 and Italy 3, and then we will be taking a break for 2 weeks, and we'll be back on March 28th with US 3 and Japan 4. So we'll have we're going to take a 2-week break. I've got some a family trip that we're going to be taking, which we're really excited about, and then I needed a week in the studio where I can really kind of plow through a couple of projects that are backing up. And one of which is getting the Battle for the Deep shot, and our new casual game correspondent will be joining us. We'll have more about her early next week, I hope. So that's exciting. So we're pleased about that. And it looks like we might have had a couple of super chats here that I missed. Oh, we got 2 of them here. One's from Ed. A pink umbrella on a beach. I guess that's an emoji. That's probably not something you typed. I'm not sure. Maybe you did. I have no idea. Awesome. And thanks, Gary. My sympathies, Doug.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, the third announcement is...
But I wanted some blood, so
right.
I knew it was 50-50.
We got to keep it entertaining around here. And of course, our third announcement today is that Gary is a real man, according to Paul's 3-year-old. That's right. I don't even know what that means. That's pretty funny. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. So the reference to the pink umbrellas is the Japanese units now on the Australian beaches. Yeah, which is true. So there they are. Okay, so yeah, taking a break. HBG, real man. Ava is coming on soon, and it's time for another giveaway. And I will tell you, just realizing that I have not decided what we're going to give away. Just realizing that I haven't figured that out yet. Let's see. What are we feeling like today? We gave away Robo Rally last week, though I still have not heard from John Kuntz or James Plink, something like that. I haven't heard from either of those two folks. So if you know them, please let us know. Let them know that we have prizes for them, that we would love to get contact information to mail to them. So yes, yes. All right. So what do we want to give away? And we gave away the 1914 map, but we haven't heard from them yet either. We did get the classic rule book out to Montu, though. So that's cool. What do we got here? What do we got in the old signed rule book category today? Okay. We got any 1914 fans in the house today? Anybody interested in the Larry Harris signed 1914 rulebook?
I have not played 1914.
Really? That surprises me.
Yeah.
Um,
I just haven't had a chance really. I mean, I'm always doing
Yeah.
something else at
uh,
Gen Con or Spring Gathering or something. So
okay, so Robin is asking. Robin's been picking this game out of my background for months now. It's this Risk Lord of the Rings game, and I will tell you, this is my favorite version of Risk. I should also say that I haven't played 2210 yet, but my favorite version of Risk is Lord of the Rings. And Robin keeps wanting me to give it away, but it's the only game of Risk that I can get Jamie to play with me. So, no.
gotta keep that.
No, you can't. Okay, so I did not get a rousing response from the signed rule book for 1914. So let's go another way. Do we want a game?
They're hung up on the Risk.
What do we have? What do we have? What do we want to do? Let's give away. Ooh, I know. Any War Room fans out there? I've got a kit of all kinds of War Room accessories that are very cool that we would love to give away.
Do that one.
Yeah, I like it. Rob Moffat just showed up. Hey, Rob. All right. Yes. Okay. So War Room it is. So let me ask this question. So I've got the kit that has a bunch of the accessories that go with it, or we have the premium map, which is this big mammer jammer right here. Now, I should warn everybody, this thing is 4 feet squared. And it's beautiful, but it's a big, big game. It's a big, big map. So if that's something that you are interested in, that's what we're giving away today. We're going to get this out of the shop. We're going to send this one out onto the road to one of you fine feathered folks out there. All right, so let me switch over to
Shogun's fun. I like that game. Grew up on that in the classic Axis and Allies. What's it called now? Yakuza, I think is the latest name of it.
Yeah, it's IKSUA. Yes. But so yes. Pino, we've got HBG stuff coming next week, so we'll have or probably next week. So we'll probably have something from them. Actually, we will not be here next Friday. We will not be here next Friday. So you know what? We're gonna do them both. We're gonna do the War Room map, and we'll do the signed 1914 rulebook because there's some folks that are asking for that. Yakuza, I think is how you say it. But yeah, so we'll have for our next giveaway, which will be on the 28th. We'll have almost certainly have some of the HBG stuff to give away. So that's going to be good. All right. So let me share. Here's the big wheel O prizes. Again, if you're here and you are liking what you see, please take a moment and hit that like button for us. It really, I know it sounds silly, but it really does help when it comes to this video getting sent out to people to rewatch it. So to see the replays and stuff. So if you don't mind, please take a moment and hit that like button.
I see 90 people in here. There should be at least 90 likes.
That's what I'm saying. There's got to be. All right. So thank you for the likes. We appreciate that. And all right. So next up, now let's give away the War Room rulebook first. Let's do that one. Or the War Room premium map. So we'll do that one first. Right?
Yes, sounds good.
Here we go. We need a drum roll.
It.
Drum roll. That is still not it.
Wasn't quite it.
That's not it. Timpani roll. That's what it's called. Here we go. We're spinning. We're spinning, baby. War Room premium map. If you don't play War Room, you can do yoga on it. Mr. SMG Nelson, you are tonight's winner of the War Room premium map. Please reach out to us in the Discord server and let us know how to get this massive beast of awesomeness to you. That is fantastic. We appreciate your support and you being here and being a member for us. So thank you very much. Next up, I believe there are, hold on. I promised that I was going to do something last time. I got to fix it real quick. Let's come back to this shot real quick. I said that I would add an extra spin. Add a prize. Spin again. All right, so we have added that to the wheel. I believe that puts 4 of them on here.
If you spin again, can you spin again into another spin again? Or is it like top out at 2?
Why you got to jinx me like that? How many prizes do you think I've got?
I mean, you rolled the 1 against my airplane.
Oh my God, you ain't kidding. Like,
you deserve it.
I'm telling you, man. Oh, man. All right, so next up is what did I say? This is the signed rulebook for 1914.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Again, let's find the timpani roll. Here it is. Let's see who's taken home the 1914 rulebook signed by the Larry Harris. It is going to be your friend and mine, Matt Wabe. Wabe? All right. Well, congratulations, Matt. Applause for both of our winners this evening. Yay.
Congratulations, guys.
Excellent. We will, I'm looking for you guys to reach out to me to get me your contact information so that I can mail these things out to Matt Wabe and the other person who won. My brain is fried. You guys fried my brain with all these bad dice rolls. I don't even know what to do. All right. So, yes. So that's awesome. So we've got both of those things going out. Reach out to us in the Discord server. If you know either of those folks, please tell them that they have won something and have them reach out to me so that we can get those out in the mail to those fine folks. Pino's got a great question here. What did we do to deserve all of these prizes? You have just been an awesome, awesome community. YouTube can be a lonely place. I have seen many, many live streams of really, really talented content creators where there's like 6 people and they're pulling teeth to have any kind of interaction with their community. And you guys have just been fantastic. Again, I've said this a couple of times now that my goal was to have 100 members by the end of the year. And I think we're sitting at 114, 115 now. So we're just, blown away. So this is what we've done to deserve all of these prizes. As them being signed by Larry Harris, we have Larry Harris to thank for a lot of that because he took the time to sign the things that we sent to him. Some of the things that we've received, we got from our friends at Renegade. Some of these things are from my own collection, but for the most part, we got them from Renegade. They've sent them to us to either as giveaway prizes, intentionally as giveaway prizes, or in some cases they sent them to us to make content about specifically, like the North Africa pack-out copy that we gave to Chad on our very first giveaway on December 13th. So all really great stuff. So yes, you can see Doug is already checked out. He's already trying to figure out what's going to happen.
God, I'm looking at the map over here.
I know he's already plotting the next thing. Right. Fantastic. All right. Well, I think I know. Right. Focus. That's all right.
Sorry. What? Whose turn is it?
What are we doing?
Go for Russia.
You guys. All right. So awesome. Any other thoughts, questions, comments, things you want to talk about here in the chat?
This was a good one. It'll be very interesting to see. We're playing against some great players, splitting the US's focus, how it'll pan out. So I'm interested to see it. So, yeah.
Yes. Oh my God, Charles, you're too much, brother. Doug is a visual. You got to put this under Doug here. Doug is a visual treasure. Plus prizes. Wow. I mean, how do you beat the BGN package out here? You get prizes. You get the real men of Doug, and it's just craziness here.
No, you're the real man.
Oh
Man, I get another C minus.
C
Dang.
minus.
Ouch. Does
That's
that
a
include
tough
the
crowd.
rolls or just the strat?
The rolls get a D plus at best.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those were
Like we
absolutely
won
dreadful.
most of the battles, but dang, I would I mean yeah. Anyway, whatever. I'd be interested to know what other people would have done.
Right.
I'd be interested to know if anybody would have sent the fleet through to the Med.
Yeah.
We got criticized for leaving it 50 in 35 last turn, but that's actually why we did it.
Right. So yeah, I'm glad you said that. So one of the we did get a couple. I had several comments that were like, leaving the fleet off the coast of India was a mistake, and there was a method to that particular madness. That was not a mistake. That did leave an option for moving into the Med if we wanted to go that way, and it gave us access to the west coast of Australia if we wanted to bring it back down there. So
honestly, if America would have put more stuff in the Atlantic, I think we would have done that for sure. So maybe it was a waste because we ended up not doing it, but yeah, it gave us options. So
but it didn't cost us anything to have it out there, right? It wasn't like it wasn't like not having it in C Zone 36 made any difference, right?
Yeah, because we couldn't have gotten to the West Coast with it even if we would have moved it back. So yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
so it didn't cost us anything, but yeah, again, thank you to all the folks that helped with the gift memberships, Crate and everybody else that's done all of that.
Crate's a giver. Other than the grades, he gives and gives.
Right. Robin, thank you. And to all the other commanders today for putting together the orders for all of the forces this time. There's one kind of programming note here. Sean, who has been commander number 4, has some work obligations, and he's going to be stepping away for the week. He will not be back before the mid-season break, but he hopes to be back by March 28th. But in the meantime, I will be filling in the orders for that, and it will be the world resigns over and over again. I won't do that. But what we will have is I'm hoping we're talking to our friend Jon Bosch, who is a longtime experienced Axis and Allies player, and Doug does not want. John's a really good Axis and Allies player.
They don't need more good strats.
I know. So we're gonna see if Jon is available to fill in for Sean for the next couple of days, for the next couple of live streams. So he hasn't been keeping up with the game, so he may or may not be able to get in here. But I'm guessing he'll be able to look at the board pretty quickly and see what he thinks Russia should do or what the UK should do or whatnot. But it should be pretty good stuff. Yes, I would like to see more content for Fortress America too. Blackbird has arrived. Thanks for being here. And I would like to see more content for Fortress America. I thought that was a really good game, and we haven't seen very much for that. So, yes, Doug, show no fear. Show no fear. Don't be afraid. I'm not scared. So Charles, really the question is, you've been keeping track of the odds of where we are, Gary and Doug versus the world, plus or minus. Where do you put us now, Charles? I'm curious.
Yeah, after 2 rounds, the AA gun swung it pretty significantly.
That did actually, because that's not an easy fighter to replace because it's pretty far away.
I was expecting to have 8 fighters this round, and I only have 7, and I don't like it. I was hoping for 9, but I figured I'd lose 1 fighter that round, but not 2.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Yes, yes, yes.
Well, this was good though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no, me too. All right, awesome. Well, I think we're going to leave it there, and we will be back on Sunday evening at 7 o'clock Central Time for Russia, USSR 3, and Germany 3, and we will see what happens. Um, we will see what happens next. Yeah, okay, that's fair. The world is still favored. No in-game wagering allowed, though. So because the game's already started, you're not taking any late bets. No. Where's my prop? Where's my props? All right, awesome. Well, guys, we really appreciate the everybody paying attention. Make sure you hit that like button for us, and we will see you on Sunday for USSR 3, Germany 3, and we will see how that all plays out. Thanks again for all the support, and we will see you Sunday night. Have a good night.
Good one, guys. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Bye.